Hello, hello, good evening, race fans. How are we tonight? It is, of course, Sunday night racing here at GRDC. It is our final ever round of the Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series. ACC will continue on a Sunday night, but we have to do it under a different guise, as we can't use Luke as a sponsor while we're on SimGrid. So first of all, I just want to say a big thank you to Luke for sponsoring the season. He has helped GRDC grow, and we will be forever thankful to him for that. Luke is a top esports driver. If you don't know, he's got some fantastic setups for both lesser experienced newer drivers and esports setups. He also does coaching as well. And if you want to get a little bit quicker in ACC, and I think a bit further down the line potentially LMU, Luke is a very, very good coach, and it's been an absolute honour to have him sponsoring the Sunday series here. So we will be sad to see Luke's name not be on the series, but ACC will continue on a Sunday night. So we've got 8 minutes left in free practice, so let's just check in with the current standings, because this is the final round. And where's my pro standings? There we go. And once all the stewarding has been done for this, this is the rounds where people are now going to be finally thinking about those final positions. It's very, very tight. And there's trophies on the lines for the overall winners in each class and the two runners-up. So the current standings, we see Richie Gasson currently leading the way in Pro on 301 points. Stretching out his lead over Danny Moffat after Dan's nightmare round at Bathurst a couple of weeks back. So Dan is in second place on 268. Stevie Morgan third on 233. Paul Sims not far behind that on 213 in fourth. James Payton 180. Dmitro Yaroshenko sixth on 167. Pro-Am, I think there's only two Pro-Am drivers racing tonight. But Chrissy Wilson leading the way. Got a 40-point lead at the top there. Second, John Bunny Mitchell. We have got three, Aeros here tonight on track as well. So 240 points for John in second place. Aero not far behind on 237. Those three have been super close all season long. And then we've got our AM standings at the moment. So Kev Walker, who's not racing tonight, currently leading on 298. Renato Ribeiro second on 268. Very, very close behind is Yannick Shaper on 266. Jordan Canty 243 in fourth. Mikey Ball 189 in fifth. Old Man Canty sixth with 184. And Frankie, our man in Amsterdam, not far behind Ash on 181 points. Had a bit of rough seasons, has Frank. But 5.5 minutes left on the clock. So tonight is going to give us, of course, we've got the stewarding to be done. But we're going to have a very, very clear picture of who is going to take overall honours in this final season. But it's not just about the top three in each class who are going to get the trophies there. It's also coaching sessions with Luke up for grabs for those who fit the criteria of having raced in enough races this season. And we'll look at who fits all the criteria after the race. But I think in the running for those are 3 AM drivers, both for the Canties and a man in Amsterdam. So we will check that out once the race has finished. Is Dan Moffat going to be able to get one over on Richie Gasson tonight? We shouldn't really go by the times that are produced in practice, of course, because we don't know if people are running on body fuel or race fuel. But if the results finish the way the current practice standings are tonight, that could throw a real spanner into the works with Dimitro quickest at the moment on the 47.5. I think we might see closer to the 46 lap times perhaps in quali. I don't know what the guys were doing time-wise in free practice, but there is plenty to fight for tonight. So we've got 17 on track, 17 drivers who've stuck it out. I understand how frustrating it gets for some drivers when they're not in the running where they perhaps think they should be, and then sort of the desire goes to perhaps to look for another race to do on a Sunday night. But we will be announcing this coming week what the plans are for ACC on a Sunday night. I've got a couple of ideas I'll discuss with the club trustees over this coming week, and we'll get that announced. So we got, if you are new to watching the stream and the race details, we've got 60-minute race coming up. There is a mandatory pit stop for tyres, and the guys have to take the fuel they need for the entire race at the very start, because the refueling is turned off. Good to see Bunny Mitchell has made it. Had to finish work, get home, get on the rig, so he was able to race. Love the dedication. So we'll watch out for the battle between him and Aero. Last season here at Monza in the final round, those two were bumper to bumper, wheel to wheel for most of the race. It was really, really good to watch. .25 or 20 seconds now left in quali. And on to the toughest bit of the race commentary for me. Trying to keep up with everyone as they cross the line. Right, let's prepare for quali. Back in a sec. Dan out of the pit lane first, which we've grown quite accustomed to seeing. Paul Sims close behind. We want him to get a bit of a tow. Can Mr. Morgan as well have an impact on the outcome of the final standings? Had a really unlucky season. Steve, we know how quick he can be. Monza, one of those tracks though, isn't it? That's where it gets raced so often, so popular in the public lobbies. Nobody's really slow here, are they? So you do see the likes of Raul. Oh, he's not racing tonight. Get well, Raul. Well, because he's still recovering from his operation. But he's one of those drivers that is particularly quick here. So let's jump on board with Dan as he sets off to set the first time of the day. I'm talking of Real, I need to sort his. He was unable to sign out. Don't mind him, so I'll quickly sort him out. Stan comes out of Lesbo 2. Interesting to see some of the top end speeds. Dan's going to set the first time of the day. Paul Sims right behind him as well. So let's see who has got what. So Paul Sims goes pole 148.005, 148.210 from Dan. Richie Gass on 148.067. James Payton 48.5.65. Chrissy Wilson 48.927. Dimitro goes pole at the moment with a 47.890. Cookie goes third with 48.032. So let's see who is on next on a hot lap. Paul Sims. Dan is invalidated. He's pulled over. Paul currently second. Jordan crosses the line with a 148.565. So that is pole in AM at the moment, 8th overall. And John Bunny Mitchell is pole in Pro-Am at the moment for 148.572. Aero is second in Pro-Am, 10th overall with 48.915. Yannick third in AM of 148. Steve Morgan, so Yannick, sorry, 49.3 47.97. Steve Morgan goes poles at the moment of 47.525. Paul is 2.5 tenths up. Cormac goes third at the moment, 47.927. It's number 78. Richie Gasson. Support went quicker, was 47.757. Richie 48.067. I can't find them quick enough. Chrissy 48.690. Second in Pro Am at the moment. 158. Our man in Amsterdam, Frank, is not up at the moment. 28. Yannick is 3.5 tenths up as he comes around the last corner. Currently third in Am, 14th overall. Heads to the finish line. 2.5 tenths up. Betters his time to a 49.152. 99. Ash is not up at the moment. 992. Errol's not up at the moment. 24. I can't see 24 on the time attack. There's John Bunny. He's not up at the moment. 159. Renato is not up at the moment. Demetrio is not up at the moment. 163. Stevie Morgan is currently pole, but he's not. It's just gaining a little bit of time coming out the last corner. I think he's going to do exactly, and he's just lost a little bit of time there. 190. Cormac Quinn is getting a toe off Mikey Ball. Look like there's blue flags being waved there as well. But he's not going to better his time. Number 78, Richie Gasson, coming around the final corner, gaining a bit of time. He's 3 tenths up now, so he's going to improve. Where's this going to put him? So he's going to go second with a 147.740. James Payton, next second with a 147.687. Chrissy Wilson is going to improve. Goes pole in Pro-Am 148.567. It's 9th overall. 158. Our man in Amsterdam, Frankie, is going to improve a little bit to a 149.402. Errol is not up at the moment. Number 24. John Bunny Mitchell is currently second in Pro-Am. 10th overall. Is gaining time as he comes around the last corner. Now 2.5 tenths up. He's going to improve and go pole in Pro-Am for 148.340. Renato Ribeiro is not currently up, who is on a hot lap. 190. Cormac Quinn is not currently up at the moment. 97. Mikey Ball, one of his favourite tracks, not up at the moment. 248. James Payton's second at the moment. He's not currently up though. Number 49, Chrissy Wilson. He's half. 6 tenths up. Now heading to the last corner. He's currently second in Pro-Am. Our current Pro-Am Championship leader. Round in the last corner. This is going to be a great improvement for Chris. Just over 6 tenths up. Goes pole in Pro-Am, 47.955 and 7th overall. Cookie is not up at the moment. 28. Yannick is not up at the moment. Dan is 4 tenths up and gaining as he rounds the last corner. This is going to be a good improvement for Dan. Where's he going to jump up to? He's going to go second with 147.552. Aero is up at the moment. He's currently third in Pro-Am. Doesn't improve. Stays third in Pro-Am. 24. John Bunny Mitchell is going to improve. Closes the gap on Chris to a 48.0 142.27. How close is that between the two Pro-Am drivers? Dimitro is going to improve a fraction. 147.735. We've got 4.5 minutes left in quali. Mikey Ball is currently up at the moment. As he rounds the last corner, he's gaining time. Is he? Yes, nearly 4 tenths up now. It's going to be a good improvement for Mike as he crosses the line. 151.020. 248. James is 2.5 tenths up. It's going to be getting improvement with James. Still, oh, it goes pole with a 147.437. James taking it to the other drivers in his AMG. Absolutely superb. Cookie is not up at the moment, though. Number 28. Yannick is up. He's improving 5 tenths up and gaining as he exits the last corner. It's going to be a good improvement for Yannick. And he goes pole in Anvil, 148.542. Danny Moffat doesn't improve. Errol is not improving. 3 minutes left on the clock. Paul Sims is rounding the last corner. He's almost doing exactly the same lap time he's done previously. He's not going to improve on this one. Renato is gaining a little bit of time coming out the last corner. Almost a tenth up, over a tenth up now. It's going to improve to a 148.567. Dimitro doesn't improve at the moment, so 147.735. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Cookie, the only one at the front here is on a valid lap. It's almost doing exactly the same lap time as he's done previously. He's currently 10th overall, 8th in Pro. Can he gain any time coming out of the last corner? No, he's going to do almost exactly the same lap time. Dan is ever so slightly up. And he's gaining time in the last corner. 10th and a half up now. It's going to be an improvement, but is it going to be good enough to take pole? Goes second with 147.425. Paul Sims is not up. He's almost, again, doing exactly the same lap time. Within a couple of thousandths. I just lost a bit coming out. Number 12, Dimitro not up at the moment, but going to get a final run in. Number 78, Richie Gasson. He's found a bit of time. Is he? Oh, he just... No, he's doing almost exactly the same lap time. He's going to get one more crack at it. Steve Morgan, I missed it. Sorry, he's gone pole for 147.302. Where did that come from? Oh, I missed it, Steve. Oh, I do apologise. Is he going to improve? He's almost doing exactly the same lap time. Can he gain any time coming around the last corner? Almost exactly the same lap time. So consistent, these guys. Young Jordan, almost half a second up. This is going to be a good improvement for Jordan. He's gaining time as he comes out of the glass corner as well. It's half a second up. This is going to be a cracking improvement. Goes pole in and 148.227. Superb. Well done, Jordan. All Sims 2 tenths up. As he comes to the last corner, can he maintain the time? Just under, it was about a tenth and a half up. It's going to be an improvement. Goes to fourth with a 1:47.607. Dimitro is almost doing exactly the same lap time as he's done before. 78. Richie Gasson is not improving. Is 1:63. Steve is the last car on track on a hot lap. Oh, Frank is there, but I don't know. So he's... I don't know if it's a valid... Oh, it is 1:48.680. Well done. Frank goes fourth in AM. 14th overall. Steve's not going to improve. Oh, but he's taken pole. Let's bring that up and I can bring you the grid. Bear with me. Right then. So the guys are on the grid. So Stevie Morgan put it on pole. Cormac Quinn second. I missed that crossing the line. I do absolutely bloody useless tonight. Apologies, Cormac. Danny Moffat third. James Payton fourth. Paul Sims fifth. Richie Gasson sixth. Dmitro Yaroshenko seventh. Pole for Pro-Am. Chrissy Wilson followed by John Bunny Mitchell. Richard Cook in 10th. Then we got our AM drivers on pole for AM was Jordan Canty. Then you got Yannick Shaper, Renato Ribeiro, followed by our man in Amsterdam, Frankie Steinink. Then we got Aero. And then we've got Ash Canty and Mikey Ball wrapping up our grid for tonight. Apologies, Cormac. Missing your lap come over. I am so bad at quali commentating. It's unbelievable. I can only apologise. So the guys head out on their formation lap of our final ever round of the Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series. The guys have done us proud all season long when it comes to incidents, especially on the first lap. I hope I haven't put the commentator's curse on this. I'm very good at putting the commentator's curse on things, so let's hope I haven't put the kibosh on these drivers tonight. But as I said, it is one of those tracks where nobody's slow here. So if you look at the grid that we've had, especially the front for the pro drivers all season long, this is kind of thrown a bit of a a spanner in the works for people like Richie Gasson, who's now got to come past 5 very quick pro drivers if he wants to take top spot here tonight. Good evening, Shaper Gang supporters. Welcome in. It's appreciated that you are here. Young Master Yannick has put it on P3 in AM. And looks like he's going to be battling Renato and Jordan all the way, as he's done all season. It's been good having Yannick with us. But our Pro-Am drivers, Chrissy Wilson leading the Pro-Am Championship. But right there on the grid with him, he's got John Bunny Mitchell, who is second place in our Pro-Am Championship. Now, them two are going to be battling it out. Is it going to be a case of who makes a mistake first? Just a reminder of the rules. It is a 60-minute race coming up. There is a mandatory pit stop for tyres. Refueling has been turned off, so the guys have to carry the fuel they want for the whole entire race from when the lights go green. Now, we've seen it happen week in, week out, where races and positions have been won and lost because of pit stops. Is that going to come into play tonight as the guys head into side-by-side formation as they head down to the last corner, getting ready for the lights to go green? Now, Danny in that Ferrari, we know the Ferrari's not quick off the line compared to the other cars. Is he going to be brake boosting tonight? All those other cars around him are going to be super quick off the line. Monza, of course, notorious for its first lap turn 1 instance. Let's hope the racers can keep it clean tonight as they head towards the start line, waiting for the lights to go green. And green. We are racing here at Monza. This is the Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series 3. This is round 10. This is Monza. As the guys head down to turn 1 for the first time. Cookie making it 3 wide. As the guys Constantine are up just a little bit of nudging bumper to bumper, but on a whole, very, very clean. Steve Morgan out in front. Cormac Quinn second. Danny Moffat managed to maintain that P3 position. James Payton in the AMG 4th. Paul Sims 5th. Richie Gasson and Yaroshenko side by side as they head into chicane number 2. The Ferrari just getting the better of the Nissan as they head to Lesbo 1. And now Cookie's pink Mustang is going to be looking very, very big in the mirror of that Nissan as Richie Gasson just gets a bit of a slide on. Let's go to the helicam as these two are side by side. Who is going to be the bravest here? Both do a great effort, but Richie just gets out in front. But that does mean Cookie is right in the toe. Another little wiggle coming out from Richie Gasson. And we see in the background there John Bunny Mitchell going side by side with Jordan. Bunny has got the inside line. Aero, cracking start from Aero. And he's now right in the slipstream. As they head to turn 1 for the second time, just making his presence known. There has been an incident. Good evening, Mr. Wallace. But Chrissy Wilson is starting to stretch the legs of that Aston Martin, and he's going to very quickly find himself right on to the rear of that Pro pack. Well, let's make it right. He is a Pro driver, really, and will be wearing that white number board for next season without a shadow of a doubt. James Payton closing in on the rear diffuser of Danny Moffat's Ferrari. The AMG, although it's not got the best top end speed, is very, very good around Monza. And he's right there, putting pressure on Danny, as Danny is to the BMW front. But Cookie filling that rear view camera of the Nissan up with that big pink nose. Ash Canty has got past Renato Ribeiro. Old man Canty is our current AM race leader. Yannick Shaper is in the pits. So as the guys start to spread out just a little bit, and we've got battles starting to look like they are going to form. Paul Sims now wanting to get in on the action as well. And he's putting lots of pressure onto the rear end of that AMG. Renato Ribeiro, though, has got past Ash. As Paul Sims looks to the outside. James covering off the inside. This is not what Richie Gasson wanted. Cookie being an absolute menace behind. But this slight defending of this battle does mean that the other Pro drivers in front are starting to pull away. We said it at the beginning. This is a Cookie's past. He's gone down the inside. Rich backs out. The Cookie is past. This is going to... If the points finish this way tonight, it would be a big spanner in the works for the final championship standings, as Richie Gasson looked down the inside. Jordan, after a little bit of bumping argy-bargy a couple of laps back, is now putting the pressure on to Mikey Ball. Let's stay with that, but Paul Sims is about to make a move down the inside of James Payton's AMG. Just backs out, just showing him and threatening to do so, maybe just trying to force the error a little bit. Jordan breathing all down the rear diffuser of that Liverpool livery. Is he close enough? We'll come back to that. Paul Sims going down the inside. Gets the move done. James just having to back off a bit there. Has brought Dimitro into play. Jordan's still trying to find a way past Mikey Ball. Looking down the inside, but not quite close enough to make a move. Cormac has. Let's jump back. What's happened here? Cormac has lost it. And he's dropped lots and lots of places. He's come right out in front of... Oh, he's got... Richie Gasson has got past him. So in the meantime, Jordan has managed to get past Mikey Ball and missed the action. Apologies, Jordan. But now Mikey has got our man in Amsterdam, Frankie Steineck, breathing all down his neck as they head to the last corner, right in the slipstream. Is he going to look to make a move down the inside? It's close enough. Side by side. Oh, Mikey went for the cutback. Job done by Frankie. Now we've got John Bunny Mitchell right in the slipstream of current championship leader Chrissy Wilson, but he just backs out. But look who is right there behind him. It is our smooth talking Finn Aerovishuri. Is this soon going to turn into a three-way Pro-Am shootout for the rest of the 50 minutes of our last race of the season? Mikey Ball now wanting to get that place back from our man in Amsterdam. Is he going to look down the inside? Is he close enough to get... Just backs out. Not quite there. Yaroshenko has got past James Payton. Let's jump back 15 seconds. Oh, James just getting it wrong, I think. I didn't quite catch it in time. But that is Dimitri through to P4. Cookie now. Oh, hold on a second. What? Chrissy Wilson. What's this jump? Oh, something's happened to Chrissy because John Bunny has got past. Aero's now got past. Didn't get back in time. Oh, and Cookie has got past Payton. Right, let's... It's all happening off camera at the moment. Let's jump to Cookie. Let's jump back 15 seconds. Let me see. We go down the inside of the last corner. Aero is now trying to make a move on John Bunny Mitchell. This side-by-side hurry-up replay and end. So we can jump to this battle. There's... Oh, what happened there? Oh, it's all going off. John Bunny Mitchell's gone down side of Aero. But what's happened here with Cookie? Let's jump back 15 seconds to see. James Payton tried to get that position back. Cookie giving a little bit of a squeeze. They just come together. And they both end up losing lots of places as Richie Gasson and Cormac Quinn got through. But look at this battle of the two Porsches. Side by side, just a rubbing of wheels. This is a repeat action of the last round last season. But that bumping of wheels has meant Chrissy Wilson's through. James Payton managed to get through after he's coming together with Cookie. Whew. I need a break. It's all going off here tonight. But Chrissy Wilson finding the momentum again. And he's closing in on John Bunny Mitchell. As they finally spread out just a little, just enough for me to have a little sip of my drink. Chrissy Wilson, is he going to look to the inside? Not quite close enough yet. But look who's drawing in now to James Payton after coming to blows with Cookie. Is wanting to get these places back. Good exit from Bunny Mitchell out of the first chicane. James Payton now breathing all down the rear diffuser of that Aston Martin. Aero is also closing back in. Cookie. Let's just jump back 15. No, not going to jump back 15 seconds again because Aero. Aero is looking to go down the inside. Oh, he just bounces over the curb. That is really unfortunate for Aero. Cormac now looking to try to get that position back from Cookie. Renato Ribeiro has got, as Cookie runs really, really wide there, and he's lost it. He's lost it on the bump. But Chrissy Wilson again. And I think Cookie has called it quits for the season. A rough ride, mostly this season for him in the Mustang. Is Chris gonna? No, he pulls out, but we've got Jordan going around the outside of Aero after his. Oh, and they're both going to take a shortcut. Why not? Both do it. Dimitri starting to reel Paul Sims in. So we'll keep an eye on that, see how that unfolds. James now reeling the two Pro-Am drivers back in again. Yeah, AMG looking a little bit scuffed, bumped and bruised. Is he going to make a move down the inside going into turn one? Is he close enough? Is he going to be strong enough on the brakes? Yes, he is. Right. Stevie Morgan, our race leader, by nearly 7 seconds. Let's just jump back to Jordan and Aero. Aero again trying to get past the McLaren of the younger of the two Canties. Not quite there this time. Second place, we've got Danny Moffat. Paul Sims is third. Dmitro Yaroshenko currently fourth. Doing his very best to reel the McLaren in. Fifth place, Richie Gasson. Just under 8 seconds back. Cormac Quinn, sixth. Our current Pro-Am race leader, John Bunny Mitchell. Aero has got past Jordan. James Payton, 7th in Pro-Am, 8th overall. Chrissy Wilson, 2nd in Pro-Am, 9th overall. Renato Ribeiro, our current AM race leader. Aero, as long as he finishes the race, he's going to get a podium in Pro-Am. Jordan, the younger of the two Canties. Is in P2 in AM. But who is that I spy in the background? It is Old Man Canty. Currently P3 in AM. And closing in on his son. We shall keep a very close eye on this because we've seen it time and time before. When these two get battling, it normally means fireworks. Keep an eye on that. We need to keep an eye on this battle. Oh no, what's gone in here? Jordan got a right wiggle on, and his dad is alongside. Is he going to be close enough to send it down the inside into the last corner? Not quite. Oh no, what's happened here? Oh, the lightest of touches. The lightest of touches. Porsche looking a lot more stable than the McLaren. I'd imagine he's running a bit more wing than the McLaren, if the McLaren's got any wing on it at all. So through those corners, Jordan having to really work and manhandle that McLaren to keep it in a straight line, but they're going side by side. Father v son. Porsche v McLaren, giving each other a wide berth. Jordan just kicking two wheels onto the dirt, but Old Man Canty is past and he's P2 in AM currently. John Bunny Mitchell is in the pits. Dmitro Yaroshenko is also in the pits. Not seen much of Yannick tonight. He's a couple of laps down. Back with our race leader, Stevie Morgan, in that screaming V10 Lambo. Got a 9-second lead over Danny Moffat. And he's also got the fastest lap of the race currently with a 48.222. Let's jump on to bonnet cam. Dimitro giving the place back to Paul Sims as well. Good sportsman-like conduct from Dimitro. Expect nothing else, to be honest. He is a top lad. Richie Gasson is also now in the pits. Frankie Steineck, our man in Amsterdam, is also now in the pits as well. Is Jordan starting to reel in his old man again? Are we going to see some more Canty on Canty action? Hold on to your remotes. I couldn't think of anything to say then. Grab the popcorn. We've got Canty versus Canty. Jordan reeling in his dad once again. A little flash of the lights to let him know he's coming. The Porsche looking more stable through his sector last time around. That's a good... Oh, he just gets a wiggle on, just going over the sausage curb. That is the worst thing about ACC, is its physics over the bumps, its suspensions setups. Just bouncing you out uncomfortably, but Jordan handled it very, very well. He's in the slipstream of the Porsche. Oh, looking down the inside. Oh my goodness, we almost had a coming together with Mikey Ball coming out of the pits. Frankie Steineck, our man in Amsterdam, has got a stop go 30. That would be for speed in the pit lane. Keep an eye on this, but also keep an eye on the battle developing between Paul Sims and Yaroshenko again. But Jordan putting loads of pressure on his old man's Porsche, but the Porsche having the better line at the moment through the pair of Lesbos. Danny Moffat is now in the pits as well. Chrissy Wilson is in the pits. Frank doing his stop go 30. James reeling Bunny in once again. Barney is in the pits. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes out in relation to Chrissy Wilson. Errol is in the pits as well. These two sticking almost between 0.7 and 0.8 of a second between them for the last two laps. I've not seen it change. Absolutely superb consistency from the two of them. But now they've got John Bunny Mitchell to contend with as he come out of the pits. So let's have a look. So it's 7-second lead he's got over Chrissy Wilson. Cormac Quinn and James Payton now in the pits as well. 28.5 minutes left on the clock. Renato Ribeiro is also in the pits. Jordan still trying to reel his dad in and get close enough to make a move. Closest two cars on track at the moment. Let's jump on board the bonnet of the McLaren. Stevie Morgan is now in the pits, our race leader as well. So we've only got a pair of canties to pit. Yannick is back in the pits. Jordan looking down the inside. Is he going to send it on his old man? He does. Gets the move done. Well executed from the younger of the two canties. Now can he stretch the legs on that McLaren and pull away from his old man? Ash not giving it up that easy though. Still putting the pressure on. This is where mistakes were made when he did this a few laps ago. The Porsche looking so settled through the bending parts, and again Jordan trying to get on the power perhaps just a little too early, getting the car a little bit sideways. Let's just check in with these other battles that are starting to form. James Payton still trying to reel John Bunny Mitchell in. Bunny looking super composed in the Porsche. Now, is he going to be close enough and use the slipstream to send it down the inside going into turn one? The AMG is closing. Just not quite close enough this time around. Backs out, slips back in to the slipstream. But let's check in with this battle in pro class, as Dimitro still trying to reel in Paul Sims. A little bit closer than he has been the last couple of laps. As he heads round Lesbo 1. Around Lesbo 2. Paul Sims just kicking some wheels up on the dirt. Spinning round. Thankfully, Dimitro was there to help him. But that is going to seem like an eternity for Paul as he waits so patiently to get the car back facing the right way, having to let so many cars come through. And now Danny Moffat manages to get past as well. Danny obviously not having the best of races tonight down in P11, but he has got the fastest lap. Well, I say he's got the fastest lap of the race. He's sharing the fastest lap of the race with Richie Gasson, a 1:48.020. They both have set exactly the same time. How about that then, boys and girls? James getting past Bunny finally. Just shows you how far the likes of Bunny have come on, where pro drivers like James Payton taking a long time to get past. Whoa! Let's ride along with John Bunny Witchell as he takes out the AMG. Oh, wallop! Just over 20 minutes left on the clock. Just over 20 minutes left on the final round of Series 3 of our Luke Addison Racing Sunday Series. The final race, not just of the season, but of our Luke Addison Racing sponsored Sunday Series. And as I said at the beginning of the stream, I want to thank Luke for sponsoring the series and helping us grow here at GRDC. I will be forever truly thankful for his help and his support. As now Dimitro starting to reel in Cormac Quinn in 5th place, and Dimitro has taken the new fastest lap of the race, a 1:47.972. So, a pair of Canties now finally pitting. 19 minutes left on the clock as we're on board with race leader Steve Morgan. Richie Gasson just taken the fastest lap of the race away from Dimitro, 1:47.892. 17 seconds behind Steve Morgan. Cormac Quinn currently 3rd, but got Dimitro breathing down the rear diffuser of that BMW. Checking with our Pro-Am race leader, our Pro-Am championship leader, Chris, I am a pro next season, Wilson. Looking very, very good for top honours yet again this season. Metro right on the rear bumper of that BMW's Cormac. He's flashing his lights at Mikey Ball in front. Quite seem to give Mike a bit of a clip on the exit of the corner. Lost the place to Dimitro, so Dimitro up onto the podium spot here in the final round. "15 minutes to go. 15 minutes left of this season." James Payton breathing down the rear diffuser of that Aston Martin again. What is this I see? A bit more canty on canty action. Jordan, I think, perhaps repaired his damage in the pit stop from the bumping and scraping of the incident going into turn one. As we see, just jump back and see Dan Moffat making his way back up through the field. Not quite sure what happened to Dan for him to drop so many spots. I know he's tired, bless him, after spending all night up gaming last night and then doing an endurance race this afternoon. Big Jesse. Jordan looking down the inside, trying to get the move done on his old man. James Payton and Chrissy Wilson side by side as head down to turn one. Chrissy gone all defensive, but backs off, lets James through. Wise decision. It's not a battle for points, but what it does mean is that 1.9 seconds back from the Aston Martin is that Porsche of John Bunny Mitchell. Currently P2 in Pro tonight and P2 in, Pro Am tonight and P2 in the Pro Am Championship standings. Mac doing everything he can in that BMW to see if he can get back on to terms with Dimitro. This is the battle for the podium spot. We're coming up to 10 minutes left on the clock. Heavy bounce over the curb from the BMW gives Dimitro a bit of breathing room. Here's our race leader. You can hear it before you can see it. The screaming 10 V10 Lambo of Steve Morgan got an 18-second lead. Over Richie Gasson, and Steve has taken back the fastest lap of the race with a 47.847. Of course, the car's getting lighter and lighter. They had to start the race with the full fuel that they would use for the entire 60 minutes. Cormac gained a bit of time back on Dimitro through the last couple of corners. It's back down to half a second behind the Ferrari. Can there be a swing of positions here in the final 9 minutes of the final round for this final podium spot in Pro? A good couple of corners from the BMW driver. Gained just a bit more on the Ferrari. Oh, but he's kicked up a couple of wheels onto the grass on the exit of Lesbo 2 and spins it round and ends up with quite a bit of front end damage, but that is music to Dimitro's ears as he is able now to stretch to 10 seconds even in front of the BMW. Chris Wilson just needs to keep it clean, keep it on the grey stuff, and it is his championship. John Bunny Mitchell, what a season from this man. Cormac's in the pits after his escapade into the wall. All you hear from Bunny each and every time he's in the practice area is, "Oh, I'm not as fast as the other drivers. Oh, I'm so slow." Bollocks. What a season this man has had. Absolutely stonking season. And he's just got to keep it on the grey stuff. And it is P2 overall. And into Pro he goes for next season. Error. Just got to finish. And it's a podium for our smooth talking club trustee Finn. Renato Ribeiro has definitely booked his place in Pro-Am for next season. What a season he has had. And it'll be interesting to see how the points come out with Kev not racing tonight. Of course, there are 2 drop rounds. 2 drop rounds. So need to do the stewarding and get the final points totted up. Ashley Canty. He's just got to keep it straight on the grey stuff for the next 5.5 minutes. And he will see himself on the second tier of that podium in AM. Currently sitting second in AM, 11th overall. Great race tonight from Ash. But it is looking good for a Canty double on the podium as the younger of the 2 Cantys. Is currently in P3. Steve Morgan has gone even faster, 147.575. Not seen much of a man in Amsterdam tonight. Frankie. There's 2.5 minutes left on the clock. 2.5 minutes left of this season. Stevie Morgan got a 19.5 second lead over Richie Gasson. I've lost my cursor. Here it is. Richie Gasson. What a season this man has had. Dimitro looking good for a podium. A cracking race tonight. Of course, the stewards will look at the incident between him and Paul, but he was very, very sportsmanlike and gave the position back. I know we had to wait until the pit stop, but good sportsmanship. Stevie Morgan's gone even faster, boys and girls. 47.480. Where is Steve now? There he is. So Steve is now starting the last lap of the race. The last lap of the season. It seems only fitting that we jump on boards as it goes even quicker. Oh, it seemed bad. Oh, no. Sorry, I thought that was a 47-1, but it's a 48-1. Sorry, getting excited there. Getting excited. As he heads down through the first chicane for the final time. Heads down towards chicane number 2. Around Lesbo 1. Around Lesbo 2. Around the last corner for the final time, the 32nd time tonight. Heads to the finish line. Flashing his lights, take a bow. Steve Morgan, what a race. Richie Gasson. Surely it's got to be enough. Is it enough for him to take the overall honours? Flashing his lights, well done, Richie Gasson. Dimitro, a good, solid race. Had it coming together with Paul Sims. Will that change the outcome of this podium for Dimitro? P3. James Payton rounding the last corner. A bit bruised, a bit scuffed, but what a battle this guy's had. Flashing his lights. Well done, James Payton. Chrissy Wilson crossing the line, flashing his lights. P1, baby. Championship wrapped up. P2 for John Bunny Wilson. Danny Moffat crosses the line. Paul Sims crosses the line. Renato Ribeiro crosses the line. Takes the winning step on the podium. Jordan's already crossed the line. Ash has already crossed the line. Aero. Oh, it's a tough race tonight for Aero. It looked odds on that he was going to be having another battle with John Bunny Mitchell. Our man in Amsterdam is the final person to cross the line. Well done, Frankie. Well done, everybody. Thank you very much for racing here at GRDC. It's been an absolute pleasure commentating on this series once again. Once again, a big thank you to Luke Addison for sponsoring this series, making it what it is, helping us grow here at GRDC. I am off to go and sort everything out for this final round. Thank you to our Patreon members. You are all legends. I will catch you later. Thank you very much.